they're just trying their best to not let Pierre win because they know they're done. They're just desperate, and you know, I pray for them because I can't imagine being in that job and how they sleep at night. I don't know how they live with themselves.
The problem that Mr. Trump has is not with Canada. It's with a government over the past 10 years that has destroyed the economy, opened our borders to anybody, which of course by extension threatens the US, and destroyed our military.
Hello everyone, I'm currently in Ottawa at the Rogers Centre, and as you can see, Pierre Poilievre just held the Canada First rally today. As you all know, Justin Trudeau has prorogued Parliament to avoid an election and to buy time for his Liberal Party to find a replacement after he resigned as Prime Minister. Recent polling from Leger shows that if the Liberal Party front-runner West banker candidate Mark Carney, the Conservative would be tied with them in a support at 37%. However, other polling has come out showcasing Poilievre is still in the lead by double digits. We have also heard Mark Carney say he would use all the government's emergency powers to push its green energy agenda. This is shocking since he would automatically become the Prime Minister if he wins the Liberal leadership race. The Emergencies Act gives the government the ability to override your rights and should only be used in extreme situations like war. Remember when Trudeau invoked them against peaceful protesters in Ottawa during the Freedom Convoy exactly 3 years ago? Let's discuss all of this with the attendees.
Our national museums will celebrate the great achievements of Canada, telling the unvarnished truth that on balance, this is the greatest country on earth precisely because of the goodness of those who came before and sacrificed so that we could have what we call Canada today. We will celebrate. We will celebrate rather than tearing down our heroes in history. We will defeat this insidious and divisive cancel culture that sought to destroy our national pride and monuments. They've even tried to destroy the great founder of this country, John A. Macdonald. Well, I've got a message for them. If there were no John A. Macdonald, there would be no Canada. Under a Conservative government, I promise you we will build new statues and name new public structures after the great founding Prime Minister of our country.
Why was it important for you to be here today?
Because I want to support Canada, and it's Canada first always.
Well, I think it's important to show support to Pierre Poilievre. I think he is going to make a huge difference in this country. He's got the courage, the tenacity to make a difference, and I just wanted to come here and support him, that's all.
C'est parce que j'ai des amis dans le Parti conservateur qui partagent les mêmes opinions, positions politiques que moi. Puis avec eux, je m'entends bien avec eux, je peux avoir des bonnes discussions avec eux.
Oh, well, this is Canadian politics. It's a history unfolding. And so I'd like to be part of watching Canadian history unfold.
And it's so nice to kind of shift into the next part, which is, what are we going to do when we have the power we're seeking? And the power is at hand. And we are ready. We're ready to do the repair work and heal the country.
I spent 3 weeks here at the convoy, truckers convoy. I just could not sit at home and watch what's going on with this country. It's become an embarrassment right now, and so I'm hopeful that Pierre will give us some encouraging words because he's really the only hope I see.
Je trouve que c'est important de se mobiliser pour venir supporter M. Pierre Poilievre. C'est un gros jeu qui se joue en ce moment. C'est quelque chose de gros au Québec, au Canada, partout. Puis il faut vraiment qu'on se déplace, il faut qu'on supporte. Il y a besoin de ses supporters. On est là pour ça.
La politique de Pierre Poilievre, c'est très intéressant parce que je pense que le Canada a besoin de changer la politique. Et avec Pierre Poilievre, je pense que c'est la personne indiquée pour ça.
Because it's time for change in this country. I'm pretty tired. So I came in this country 19 years ago. I left East European, in particular Romania, because what was there in that time was the devil of the communism. And I came in this country to find his mother. So in the last 9 years, to be driven by this leadership of Canada, led by this commie, socialist, leftist Justin Trudeau, it's a shame for this country. I'm ashamed sometimes that I'm Canadian for this reason. And we, at this point in this country, to other nations to make fun about us. To make fun about us, it's not nice. That's why I'm here to support Poilievre, and it's our hope. And I hope it's going to be a new change as Jagmeet Singh said, as of March the 10th, we're going to have a new election. I hope so.
And something that my government is going to do is to use all of the powers of the federal government, including the emergency powers of the federal government, to accelerate the major projects that we need in order to build this economy and take on the Americans.
Do you think that we could build the Canadian Pacific Railway today? Or would there be some squeaky, radical protester chaining himself to a tree like Minister Guilbeault?
I don't know if you heard recently, but Mark Carney said that he's ready to invoke the emergency powers to build green energy project. And so I'm asking the people if they have any concern about that, because we are remembering the last time the emergency power was invoked, they beat up people that was protesting.
Oh, well, as Pierre Trudeau once said, just watch me. I like that.
Cost? At any cost? How far would you go with that? How far would you extend that? Well, just watch me.
In fact, I'm a good supporter of the Trudeau group, including Justin Trudeau. I think he did an excellent job. Mm-hmm. He always kept cool. He spoke calmly and deliberately. And now his approach has become much more assertive. He's a very good prime minister.
It is shocking that somebody like that would threaten, and I use the word threaten, to use the Emergencies Act to promote his own personal agenda. Because if you read his book and listen to what he's been saying over the years, he has an agenda that would ruin our economy. He threatened our oil and gas industry. I mean, we can reduce our pollution, but to threaten our oil and gas industry, which finances basically the country with the equalization and everything else, it is absolutely astounding that he would make such a comment.
C'est quand même incroyable parce que les mesures d'urgence, c'est des cas exceptionnels. Alors, ça prend un gouvernement qui prend des décisions. C'est exactement ça avec Pierre Poilievre. Ça prend un gouvernement qui a le courage de prendre des décisions pour le bien commun. Et je tiens à le dire parce que Pierre Poilievre le dit depuis longtemps, c'est des choses qu'on aurait dû faire depuis plusieurs années, malheureusement, qui n'ont pas été faites. Mais quand on entend un candidat pour prendre des mesures d'urgence pour faire des choses que, normalement, un gouvernement a la légitimité de le faire. Là.
All this green stuff, it doesn't work at the end of the day. We need to drill our oil. We need to start digging for coal mines and stuff like that. Green energy, it's just ridiculous.
Je trouve ça ridicule. Je trouve ça absolument ridicule. Puis j'espère que les gens vont se réveiller, de se rendre compte que c'est pas un homme du peuple. Il ne travaille pas pour le Québec, il ne travaille pas pour les Canadiens. Il travaille pour lui-même et pour sa bureaucratie, pour son argent, on va dire ça comme ça. Et je ne pense pas que M. Mark Carney soit la bonne option pour nous.
Now, Liberals would like to instrumentalize the tariff threat to distract from the record of the Carney-Trudeau Liberals over the last 9 years. They say that we should just forget about all the damage they've done to our country because of the tariffs that might be coming down the road. In fact, the opposite is true. Think of it, my friends. If Carney-Trudeau policies did this much economic harm before tariffs, imagine the devastation they would cause after tariffs. You know, the media is now saying that I should change my entire platform because of the tariff threat. In fact, the Trump tariff threats have proven conservatives right on everything. It's true.
Do you have any concern about maybe the legacy media trying to help the Liberal Party and Mark Carney maybe for the next election?
Yes, certainly. I do have concerns about that. They're going to try to do whatever they can to hurt his chances.
It's all taxpayer funded, and right now the Liberals run it. So I don't listen to that fake ass news. So it doesn't matter to me.
The media is supposed to be the fourth power. But I think the mainstream media became one of the issue in this, unfortunately, because it's imposed censorship of the people, and we are at this point we are scared and afraid to say something, our opinion. I respect other opinion, but do not impose on me to have an opinion about something different.
I think it's going to be a free-for-all. We might have a minority government where everybody will have to cooperate. Mm-hmm. So can you imagine the Liberals and the Conservatives and the NDP all taking an equal share in Canada's future? That's what I think.
Yes, you know, the mainstream media, the government control of the media or the media control of the government, however you want to look at it, the union of those two powers has been a formidable opponent. And in the force of good, they can do a lot, but in the force of tyranny, it's amazing what those two together have been able to do.
I used to watch the CBC and the National, CTV, and then I come to Ottawa, and I thought, what are they talking about? They're just lying. They're just totally bought and paid for by the Liberal government. So I don't watch it anymore. And now I see they're just trying their best to not let Pierre win, because they know they're done. They're just desperate. And you know, I pray for them, because I can't imagine being in that job and how they sleep at night. I don't know how they live with themselves.
Oui, absolument. On le voit là qu'ils font beaucoup d'autopromotion de Mark Carney. Pierre Poilievre est un petit peu laissé de côté. Je trouve ça vraiment dommage. Je trouve qu'il y a un gros manque de démocratie ici. Et en même temps, si on parle de ça, on peut même dire que la démocratie, il faut qu'il y ait quelque chose qui change. Parce que si on regarde, c'est pas normal qu'Éric Duhaime n'ait pas sa place à l'Assemblée nationale parce qu'il a été rejeté. Donc, je pense qu'au niveau de la démocratie, il faut absolument quelque chose qui change, puis surtout au niveau des médias.
We know America is the biggest economic and military superpower the world has ever known. And we've been a good neighbor. We fought on the same side of the same wars. We paid with Canadian lives and treasure to fight for America, avenging the 9/11 attacks. You have your grievance with us. We have ours with you. But I would ask you this question. Which other country would you rather have as your neighbor?
If you had like maybe a message to Donald Trump who are looking into the current situation here in Canada, what it would be?
If I had to tell him something?
Yeah.
It's just that our leadership, he's doing it because our leadership's weak. We need a strong leader that can stand toe-to-toe with Trump. And that's all that matters. We have Justin Trudeau, who's incompetent, and he can't do like simple tasks, simple jobs. So we just need a strong leader, I'd say, and he has one coming soon.
The problem that Mr. Trump has is not with Canada. It's with a government over the past 10 years that has destroyed the economy, opened our borders to anybody, which of course by extension threatens the US, and destroyed our military, which defends us. I mean, Donald Trump has a very good point when he says Canada has been relying on the US. The men and women in our military are wonderful people. They're dedicated, they're courageous, but the government has been hampering them, destroyed morale, ruined equipment. It's incredible. His problem is not with Canada, it's with this government.
Hopefully, even my 100-year-old mother said, see, tell Pierre he's got to talk to Trump. She thinks that I'm going to be able to tell him. He's the one that should be negotiating. That's from my almost 100-year-old mother.
Mr. Trump, he's doing his homework at home. And of course, it's a bigger power and a superpower, and they're trying to manipulate whatever is happening. This is what that foreign policy of U.S. was in entire history. But at the moment, I know we can be friends for the future, definitely, as we were before, for sure. No any other message. He's doing his work. We're going to do our work, whatever we have to do here at home.
You know, I think what he's doing right now is basically it's using Canada as a bargaining chip. The annexing of Canada, I don't think he intends to annex Canada. I think he intends for us to do our share in keeping our borders safe and our share in putting our country first, which is what Pierre Poilievre is going to do.
Don't forget to go over calltheelection.ca. It's calltheelection.ca to make your voice heard that you want an election right now. So I repeat, calltheelection.ca.